I actually ended up forgetting my tripod this weekend, so we're gonna be on a little bit more of a mobile vlog, if you know what I mean. Feels good to be back behind the camera. It's lovely to see you guys again. We are not in new territory this weekend. We are actually back at Millennium Games. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I haven't been behind the mat in a minute. I have not been practicing as much as I should have. I'm not up to snuff for the YCS this weekend. So I made the executive decision, I'm just not gonna play in the main event. We're gonna only do side events this weekend at YCS Niagara. I'm gonna try to get some games in here tonight at Millennium though. I think just the thing I have to keep telling myself is I am in Niagara for a good time. I will be playing Yu-Gi-Oh for a long time. I don't think I need to definitely try hard every single tournament. Instead, I'm gonna try to focus this YCS on enjoying the things I don't normally get to do. That's side events. Not to mention, I actually threw together a pretty nice trade binder for this weekend. Curious to see what I can pick up. Those are plans for this weekend though. Right now, let's focus on tonight. Millennium Games is having their weekly Thursday local tournament. I'm looking to crush it. Last time here at Millennium, we ended up having a pretty good showing. I think we ended up getting top 4, scored a nice ulti in our OTS pack too. That Ecclesia is still in my binder somewhere. You never want to play your friends or the people you show up with at a local tournament, but I gotta be honest, I really want to play one of the crush cards tonight. Besides throwing around a couple casual matches, I've yet to see them play when there's stakes involved. I'm really curious how they handle pressure. I'm gonna stop yapping. I think they're about to get started here soon. Round 1, anything can happen that we can play against anybody. Let's just hope at least it's not Dan again. Just signing up for Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, man, now I'm official.
Signed up for one of the
My man. Thank you. Last time we actually had really good luck with these OTS packs. Like I said, we got an Ecclesia last time. Let's see if we can get that luck again. Okay, no doubt. It's not a skill drain. What are we thinking, big money? Big money? Oh, snow's all right. No luck, unfortunately. We still got the winning packs, though. We'll see if we got any luck there. Logan, Brian, I was just telling the vlog
I forgot
how
you were
I don't
vlogging
think
and I
I was just saying how I don't think outside of casual games I've played either one of you
No.
with any stakes involved.
No.
Yeah,
So
well, you
I'm
gotta get
curious.
to table 1 to play us.
Hey, I'm
Only
just
the
saying,
late
bro.
night
Round
games.
1, anything can happen. I'm losing my ride home tonight, honestly. Dan, you ready to play tonight?
I'm ready to get them.
Always, bro. Let's grind
Let's
tonight, bro.
get it.
Yeah. Table 3, Gunkel Andrew. Round 1 is in the books. Came out with the win. Like I did say, I'm a little bit out of the loop on the format, but one thing that I do know is oppressive is Mystic Mine. Wouldn't be a locals if you don't play against somebody piloting that stink round 1. Was able to take down a win against Mystic Mine Burn, just straight burn with the cauldrons and the dark bribes and all the good stuff. Even though I'm not participating in the main event for Niagara, the one thing that I knew I needed to be prepared for was Mystic Mine. I am main decking Cosmic Cyclone. I don't know if it's exactly the best option against Burn because paired with cards like Dark Bribe or Solemn Judgment or any of those protection cards, your Cosmic Cyclone's not going to get there. People gravitating towards cards like Curse Seal and stuff to be able to deal with Mystic Mine. You know, that spell speed 3, only thing that can stop it is the Judgment or the Bribe. Game 1, I'm able to set up my full Rikka board. I'm a little bit green with the deck, so I'm still trying to navigate my way, but the thing is that I ended on the correct board. That is the Bengalancer, the High Tree Arbiter thing. What's it fucking called? Hyperton? Yeah, Hyperton. It's called Hyperton. And on Hyperton, Bengalancer, as well as Teardrop. All that plus the Con in the field spell zone and the sheet in the back row. It's a very good board against any deck that's not Mystic Mine Burn. The first thing he plays is a Lava Golem, tributing 2 monsters on my side of the board. Already exciting, man. I love it. I lose my Teardrop in the Hyperton. I'm stuck with the Lava Golem and the Bengalancer. I get Mystic Mine and then Cauldroned, and he passes it back to me. A lot of my main deck cards just don't do much against Mystic Mine Burn. There's a lot of cards that are useless, like Triple Tactics Talent. It's a good thing, though, that my deck is well prepared to be able to play through mine, though. There's one specific card that's very important. That is Rikka Glamour. It is a spell card that tributes for cost, which is really huge when I'm trying to bring my board to 0 to break my opponent's mind. I have the Lava Golem and the Bengalancer on the field. I drew into a Rivalry earlier, which I flip up. I know Rivalry's not going to do anything against the Mine matchup, but what it does is it clears the Lava Golem, putting me down to just Bengalancer. I still have Con on the field, and I drew into Mudon. Mudon's a level 6, so I tribute the Bengalancer to get the Mudon, and then I Con effect to set Glamour. Glamour then tributes the Mudon, gets 2 more plants in my hand, but the big thing is it clears me off for mine. Mine pops during the end phase, and it passes back to him. His turn is he sets 2 cards, and then he activates another Mystic Mine, which he has 0 cards on the field, so it just pops itself during the end phase. Mistake on his part, he admits it. Once it comes back to me, I clean it up, we take it on to game 2. Game 2, I have 12 cards that I side into. Cards like Feather Duster, Evenly Matched, Pankratops, just taking out cards that are completely worthless against this matchup, like again, the Mines, Triple Tactics, anything that's not going to get me any value. Turn 1 though, he lets me go first, and I open up the Lokai plus the full board. I end up making the board again, and I screw up with the Hyperton. The stupid Hyperton, I need to remember when I activate a spell, I gotta equip a spell underneath. That's the card that allows me to negate the activation of Mystic Mine and destroy it. That's one of my spell and trap negates. I forgot to do it, so it ends up just being a monster negate, and I pass it back to him with no way to stop mine. Good thing he doesn't have it in his open hand. Pretty sure he activates Cauldron again and sets 2 more and passes. No Mystic Mine. I did get Lava Golemed again though for the same 2 monsters. Clockwork, you know? With his 3 back row and no Mystic Mine, it comes back to me. I'm looking to close out the game. I top deck the card of the century, just Harpy's Feather Duster, the 1-of. I activate it, he has the Dark Bribe, I get another free card, and it just doesn't matter. I normal summon the Lone Fire and go for game just by activating the effective special 1 from deck. When I activate the effective special, he demises the lands to activate Mystic Mine. It's a good thing I had one of my 3 Cosmic Cyclones in the hand. I just simply Cosmic Cyclone and push for leaf through there. Pretty convincing 2-0 if you ask me. Very happy I main decked some Mystic Mine outs, otherwise I would have been just very upset if I had to concede that game 1. You win some, you lose some. That's only round 1 out of 4. Let's hope we can close it out.
This is the spice. This is the spice for Tri-Brigade Sprite. Remember that.
We already talked.
Yes.
I want your bussy. I want it so bad. What were you eyeing up in here? You wanted my grass or my goblin zombie?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to look up the goblin zombie. I think the grass is like $20.
Yeah, I'm near mid.
Let me dig. Can I just look for other stuff?
Yeah,
here
of course. Yeah.
Are you willing to part with the moon and the sun?
Yeah, I can try and part with those. Yeah.
Doing a little downsizing. We'll trade over this.
Trade over this.
Look at what I'm hooking you up with, bro.
Hooking me up with
Lovely
the gods.
goblin zombie first for the Edison. The charge for the Edison. This thing is so clean. And then this grass. All right. A couple other things. A little bit of cash too. Oh man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Sometimes you just have it. I am 2-0 right now. I just ended up beating Sprite. I ended up losing the die roll. Game 1 he starts, and he seems to open nothing too crazy. As long as I don't see a hand with Swap Frog, it seems pretty decent, you know? His turn starts by him normal summoning Duke Frog and then special summoning Jet from hand. So things are already a struggle. He has to get the starter from the deck, which is fine. I don't have any particular plays except for an impermanent hand, which I save for the Gigantic Sprite. Definitely the place I want to be able to use it. I use it on his Gigantic Sprite, stymies his turn. His turn's done. Definitely you always want to use it on the Gigantic Sprite, stop him from getting Swap Frog, because that's how the Toad gets on the board and then things get out of hand. And it ends up making him pretty much pass his turn. I think he ends on just like an Elf pass or something like that. It's definitely not good enough. I open up with a field spell card, Rikka Sunavalon. My opponent reads the card. It's his first time seeing these Rikka things, and he immediately activates Carrot to be able to negate the effect of the Rikka Sunavalon to set spell trap. And that ends up super good for me. I already have the Glamour in hand, so I ask, on resolution, do you have anything? He says no. I activate Glamour, and I tribute the Elf for cost. He tries to chain Elf. No, not today, sir. From there, I think it was just pretty much business as usual. I cracked through the rest of the board there and ended up winning that game. We go into game 2, things get a little more hairy. My game 2, I know I'm going to go second, and if I'm ideally playing against like a good Sprite deck, he's going to put in things to out my Mystic Mine when I'm hopefully going to activate it against him. But he opens up his turn pretty unassuming again. He like starts by a normal summon and then special summons 2 more Sprites. He gets into Gigantic, and I hit it with the Imperm again, which is going to stop his turn like it did last time. My hand is fucking weird. I've got 2 evenly matches, 2 infinite impermanences, and something else in hand. Something that's not getting me any plays. He ends up ending on like nothing impressive. He ends on Gigantic, set 2 pass because I imperm the Gigantic. Great for me, because I just go draw for turn, and then I hit him with the evenly matched. He makes a very interesting choice. He gets rid of the 1 back row as well as the Gigantic and keeps the other back row. I instantly like exclaim something. I'm like, wow, that's a strange choice. Like, you really want to keep that. I don't have many other plays. I end up just setting 3 and then passing the turn back to my opponent, but the 3 cards I set are ridiculous. It's the second evenly match as a bluff, the infinite impermanence in the column of his remaining spell trap, and a rivalry of the Warlords. He normal summons Deep Sea Diva. I'm already feeling great. He ends up activating the Deep Sea Diva to special summon the other Diva from deck, and I hit him with the Rivalry of the Warlords. He is locked into Sea Serpents. He surely cannot make any plays from there. I end up activating a Mystic Mine on top of it, but he activates a Paleozoic Dynamishcus to be able to banish it. And that's the majority of his outs to mine as well as rivalry. I can tell he's been struggling with his rivalry. He pokes me in for like 400 for 2 turns in a row, and I end up just sticking a board with Mudan in defense position. So having game completely is not in the cards. I don't want to leave anything in attack position. I have like Arrow Mage Jasmine. I end up tributing it off for Glamour, so I'm able to just have Mudan in defense position. I know for a fact he can't get over Mudan with his 2 Deep Sea Divas, and if I give him a card in attack position, he can crash the Divas and then start playing with Thunders if he has them. I don't want to give him that option. I leave him under Rivalry, and the Rivalry ends up just pretty much taking me the game. I just wait until I can get into a consistent play with Lokai. I just summon the Lokai, pop off, summon a few things, and go for game. Very happy with how I've been playing so far, actually. For a deck that I've just picked up the other day, I've done very little testing with the Rikka cards. I know the Sun Avalons front to back. I've played those last format for a bit, but the Rikka cards are something new to try out. I'm having a lot of fun with them. Con plus any of the Rikka cards is super powerful. Things are going great, though. Both of the Crush cards won their match. The first one, I don't know how they're doing on the second round here. We'll find out. Maybe we'll play them next round. Let's find out. Brian, I have a gift for you. You're welcome, bud. You're welcome. How'd you do today, Brian?
I went undefeated and pulled the CR.
Yeah, as per usual, right? As per usual. What CR did you get?
That's what I used to do.
The level 8,
give up
the Labyrinth level 8 lady. I don't know her name.
It's not a Valence monster. I don't care. How'd you do today, Logan?
Oh, I went X2. It wasn't my best work
Don't worry.
today.
We just got practicing for the Y series.
Practice,
You know, practice makes perfect.
The deck threw today so that it could do well over the
It's the
weekend.
deck's fault, right? That's always the deck's fault.
It really wasn't me.
Where's Dan?
What? No.
Nobody cares how he did.
I don't want to get
Just kidding. Dan's been hard at work helping out there.
How'd you do, Dan?
How'd I do?
Yeah.
I got burned in time by Gallus.
Gallus
So
the
anyways.
Star Beast. Oh my God, he got Gallus the Star Beast.
Isn't that rad?
That's pretty funny, bro. I haven't seen somebody get hit with Gallus in forever. That's insane.
It was cool though.
Do I need to
Dope.
So I didn't put it in the
What are those? Wait, what are those?
Pilgrim runs, bro. Pilgrim runs. The Pilgrim runs.
AJ hooked it up with the greatest cards of all time. Couple of Valence Collector Rares. We're on our way to building the Tier 1 deck. I'll be bringing it to the next YCS, no doubt. Watch this. I can't wait to explain every card to everybody. Oh my.
I feel like that.
You're recording.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, bud. Not only did we come out here to visit these cuties, actually, but actually cultivating a local scene is really difficult sometimes. These guys have found a new way to. You guys started like a league here, right?
Yeah.
Is there any
That's really
information
cool.
you can share on it? Because like we used to do one back at Top Deck a long time ago, but we stopped doing it. So I'm curious what you guys are doing for that. What do you guys offer at Millennium Games for people to come play?
All right.
Well, first off, it's Millennium Games, Hobby Sports, Frisbee, Kayaks.
It's all that's
and
and
cookies.
throwing discs
Yeah.
too.
and-
Frisbees.
Yeah,
Let the people know.
it's okay. So basically, the league TLDRs, you get 3 points for every single win, for every single locals, and then they basically just add them up at the end of the month. This month they're dropping 2 weeks because there is a YCS. So a lot of people are going to that. Your
You do
lowest,
get 1 drop for the month.
yeah, you get 1 lowest drop for the month, and then they basically just do it like whoever's top 4 gets a box. Everyone in top 4 gets a box. It's really simple, straightforward. It's not too crazy, but it's enough to keep us motivated to like not drop, to do better, and actually play out our matches. So it's a lot of fun. It's just a little something to thank everyone for doing their best throughout the month. So that's it.
I'm on the leaderboard, baby. I'm coming for that box. We're coming back next week.
Brian went undefeated today. Really
I
proud.
did, and I pulled the CR.
Typical Braga. Typical Braga. I don't know if you can tell, it's starting to wind down. We're done for the day. From what I've been told by those Crush cards, these guys always cap at 4 rounds, so they can get out a little bit reasonable of the time. Yeah, but there was like about 20 players or so, which would normally be 5 rounds if you play them out. But capping it at 4 is not a bad thing. I still got decent prizing, a couple packs of Tactical Masters. The last round I ended up playing against something I actually legitimately have not sat across the table from. That's Exosister. I had to read a whole bunch of Exosister cards today, but I did actually end up taking the match. He opens up his turn 1 inconspicuously with like nothing special. He summons Sophia, sets 2, and activates like a continuous spell, which I figured out as a 1 of that like pops spells or traps or something like that. He also pairs it up on his turn with Dimensional Shifter, which is insane in those Exosisters as well. Dimensional Shifter is just something where it's so difficult to play around, but I managed to do it. I ended up going into my turn and understanding that Shifter is in play. There's not a lot I can do to bring back the seed from the graveyard with the basic combo to be able to make some advantage there. But it's a good thing I opened up a lot to pair with too. I opened up like Con, Terraforming, and another way to get to Con. So when I activate the first one, he pops it and I pick up another one. Paired with Unexpected Die in the hand too, I'm able to like pop off in plays. I can Glamour Tribute his Exosister dude to get around it. And then the back row end up not doing too much from what I remember. It's a little hard to remember what exactly happened this match. I know I ended up on a board with Strenna in attack position to be able to deal damage, as well as Teardrop and Jasmine, I think. I didn't want to tribute to Strenna because then I'm summoning a Hyperton with no material, and I can't get material underneath it because everything is banished. None of it hit the graveyard because of D-Shifter. So I'd rather just keep the Strenna, and then on his turn, tribute the Strenna with the Teardrop to be able to summon the Hyperton on his turn and get the effect negation from it. I end up making the board like that, and then I do get it, so I Strenna on his turn. As soon as I summon the Hyperton, I think he just scoops it up and we go to game 2. Game 2, he opens up Ideal. I actually get to see what these things do, and boy, they're pretty good. Martha is a fucking hell of a card, let me tell you. He opens up his Exosister cards to be able to make Magnifica. He goes through the whole thing. I had to read every single one of them, but that Magnifica card, kind of crazy. I open up with Unexpected Die and I go into Dryas. He lets it resolve and I pick up my Sowing from deck. I have the Twin in hand, which is the worst card. The amount of times I played this deck, and the Twin is the actual legitimate brick of the deck. I don't want to see it in my opening hand because it stymies a lot of my plays because Sowing has to summon directly from deck. So he has a board of Magnifica. I know he searched Returnia, so I know he has it somewhere back there, plus an unknown face down. I decide the best thing to do is just blind Cosmic this, hopefully, Returnia. If I hit the Returnia, then he can't use the effect to summon another one, which then I think triggers all the Exosisters. That was the plan. I blind Cosmic Cyclone, and I did end up hitting the Returnia. He says, that's a pretty good one. It was a pretty good one. From there, he has a Banish with Magnifica, which he gets rid of something, but it's not enough to stymie my combo. I'm able to stick a Con, glamour away the Magnifica, and then actually just establish a board. The one thing I noticed is this Exosister deck, if you don't have the trap or you don't have a way to get follow-up, it seems to be really difficult to keep chugging. Both games, once I cleared the board, it ended up being pretty easy to win the game there. Go figured I'd have to play around D-Shifter turn 1 too, but it ended up being okay because he showed me his hand afterwards. It was Imperm double D-Shifter. So he ended up top decking into another D-Shifter and then a dead Imperm a turn later because he already had a set back row. It just wasn't in the cards for him. Curious to see what that Exosister deck can do though. A lot of the cards seem pretty powerful. I think it takes the right meta deck to be able to pair against for it to be actually good though. So we ended up going X1 tonight at Millennium Games. Guy went undefeated. Good for him, I guess. And then Logan got some practice going X2. Dan as well. I know Dan's in the main event. Good luck to that bozo, and then good luck to Logan and Brian. I'll be grinding sides. I'll be doing trades. I got other plans for Niagara. It was honestly great to find my way back here, though. Happy I could drop by the locals one more time. On to Niagara. Thanks for tuning into the vlog, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, consider subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one.